Welcome to the next course in Rainmaker U. In this course, we're going to discuss overrated realtor marketing pieces. So, hopefully, this will save you money, time, energy, and just frustration based on how little it brings to your business. So, stay tuned. I'm going to get to that next.
Rainmaker University, this is real estate coaching, teaching logic over emotion. All of these real estate agents, they need to learn that consistency comes before greatness. Competence equals confidence. I can promise if you wanna grow, I can teach you what to do. I can turn you into a rainmaker, a rainmaker. This is a real estate game changer.
All right, welcome. Let's get into it. So, one thing I want to say is I want to thank Joey Yak for that intro video and our signature music for Rainmaker University, I guess, song. So thanks, Joey Yak. But let's get into the course. So it's not going to be a long course here, but after this, I want you to, you have a clear understanding of what are some overrated things agents do with marketing. So here we go. All right. So look, this course is designed to save you money on items. I have firsthand knowledge that really doesn't work. I promise you, they don't work like you think they're going to work. And I'm going to go into why. And if you are going to do some of these things, consistency and longevity is where it's going to be at. Okay. And at the end of this course, you'll be able to identify items that many realtors have paid a lot of money and wasted a lot of money on. And I would tell you that a lot of these things are, I don't know if I want to say a lot, but some are designed based on ego. That's it. Or to share with their family and friends and say, hey, look, check me out here or whatever. So, don't be one of them. You're running a business. You got to do things that's going to generate business for you, a good return on your investment. And it's not costing you a lot of money just based on your ego. That's not how Rainmaker agents are. They are logic over emotions, as we say in a lot of courses. So let's get into it. All right. So look, agents are continuously spending money on things that bring no return, right? And it's hard to know that return. And we'll get into some of those things with this course. Agents are thinking more emotionally and, like I said, with ego versus logically and as a business owner. Okay, not consistent with what they are doing, right? So they're not consistent with some of these things, even to notice a difference, if that makes sense. So, they may do it a month, they may do it a couple weeks, maybe 2 months, but they don't stay in it for the long term to really see that it could be beneficial, but it's going to take a while and take a lot of money in order to see something back, right? It's kind of like farming. I think farming is one of those most, could be on here too, is overrated ways of marketing, but it's more overrated ways to generate leads. It's a passive way. And look, you got to do it for a long time in order to see a big return on that money, right? So that's kind of one way. And again, I put in here the same thing, right? Passive lead gen at its best for a small return, and that's based on your short-term investment on it. And it's going to be just you're kind of putting it out there and waiting for something to happen for the most part. And look, I want to say, don't fall for the views or impression sale, right? So a lot of companies will tell you, look, you're going to get this many impressions and this many views and this and that. If you're trying to build your brand, it's not so much of a bad thing, but if you're spending a lot of money to do it, then when you're in the beginning stages of your business, I don't think you need to focus on that as much as you need to call and build relationships and prospect and do other lead generating sources that are way more high value return for you than some of these. So look, I'll give you an example. I paid a company to do marketing for us, and we spent a couple $1,000. We've got couple 100,000 impressions. It's not led to one client or customer. None of those that we know of, right? So, that's great. And again, over time, people will see it and see you, and maybe they're going to recognize you in order to be that subject matter expert to hire. But in real estate, it's really hard. So I would not suggest it. So let's get into these. All right. So the first one is the most overrated, I believe, are billboards. And the reason why I say that is because agents don't put a billboard up and leave it for months or years, right? There's a team here in our area that has a lot of billboards, but they've been up for years. And that's how you do it, right? It works because now people are seeing you over and over again, and they're going to recognize you for real estate because that's what she is. She's in real estate. She's got a top team and it works. But most agents do it mostly for ego, right? Oh, check out my billboard. It's all about them and the ego, sharing with their friends, their parents, and things like that, like they've made it. It's almost like business cards. Business cards are overrated too. That's so old school. Nobody really hands out business cards anymore. But people think when you have a business card, when you have a billboard potentially, and then you put something on your car, that now you're in business. That means absolutely nothing at all. Like everybody can do that. Anybody can do that. It doesn't mean you're a business. Focus on high value return and a big return on your investment. Billboards, not one of those unless you're going to stay with it for the longevity. Next is going to be magazines. Not many people are reading magazines anymore, right? Or that type of marketing. So you're marketing to an old school type person if they are going to get the magazine and they're paying for it monthly, and then now they got to read it, and then now they got to remember you that you're in there when they are going to sell. Even if you're in there every month, you may have one page. Like, do you really think that these people are really remembering that one page that you're the real estate agent in the magazine they're reading? So now they associate that with, oh, we're ready to sell. Let's call the guy or girl in that magazine. No, it doesn't happen. Everything now is digital. It's fast moving. Look, sellers want info that fast. Magazines are not fast. Okay. So, and it's hard really to capture those leads. But if you do a magazine, like I say, in some of these, even a billboard, billboards, you can't really do this, but I've seen it, but I don't know how they're going to do it. But you can have the QRL codes. Billboards, I don't know how people are driving by trying to get a picture as they're going. It's going to be hard, but magazines, maybe you do that, right? Now that could be something. Now you capture that lead and you can track where that comes from. But if you don't do that, I wouldn't even suggest magazines. Old school, not many people are even reading them. Another piece that we get calls on a lot are the golf course type, menus or seats or even like a sign at a hole. Very overrated. Now, yeah, you're going to have a lot of golfers go through there for, 6-7 months here in North Carolina. But most golfers like me, I see a lot of signs while I'm there. I couldn't tell you who they were for, what they did, even now. So again, I would say really overrated, and I would not invest the money. Seats and benches are another one. Some restaurants have seats and they'll put your face on it and then people sit on you, basically, right? Look, again, it's more of an ego thing, like, oh, look at my pictures over here at this restaurant thing. They don't really come into play. Now, look, if you get a billboard, you get magazines, you got golf course menu and seats, and you got seats or benches, maybe at a bus stop and stuff like that, you got them all working for you. Hey, that's significant branding. Now I would say, that's a good thing. People see you in multiple places and in multiple types of marketing. But if you're doing one of these or two of these at a time, I don't think they're effective at all. All right, the next one is going to be surprising for most of you. It's a buyer lead generation system. I am a firm believer that you don't need one of these and they're very expensive. What you need is to prospect sellers. Getting listings will provide the buyers no matter what. Either the other agents are sending the buyers to you or you're generating your own leads from your listings, sign calls, open houses, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, right? Those things you're going to do to generate leads based on getting a listing. So focus on getting listings and buyers will come for free, right? And you'll dual side some houses and agents will bring them anyways. You could be at the beach drinking your margaritas and looking at offers as they come in while buyers are driving around, or buyers agent driving around showing buyers houses and your listings, and then submitting the offer late at night to you. And you could be sitting wherever you are, enjoying your drinks and reviewing offers. All right. So buyer lead generation systems, overrated, I think. I think once you become at a certain level in business, selling a lot of houses, it's not bad to be in the game, is what I call it. Be in the Zillow game, pay a little bit, get some leads coming through there. Zillow usually is the best converted lead than most. Okay, so but I think generally speaking, if you're a newer agent starting out, struggling, mid-level, look, focus on listings, and that will bring the buyers. You don't even need to buy buyer leads. All right. Last but not least, look, this is like the most overrated. I think this is so funny. Agent identifiers, right? Like nobody looks at, an acronym identifier and says, man, that agent's got all these acronym identifiers. I'm going to list with that agent. Now, that agent still can go and try to market, hey, I'm a strategic listing agent. I am, this or that, a military relocation specialist. What does that really mean? Right? Like I'm in a military community. I was military. I don't have a military relocation identifier, but I served majority of the military as clients. Yeah, I serve those type clients here, um, and I'm one of the top agents. Do you see, like, those identifiers mean nothing? You know what they do? They get agents to go to these little courses, spend their money to get it, right? And then every year they have to update it and spend more money. And agents like to do that because they feel like they're doing something. Like now they're really honed in and certified, still can't produce a lead, still can't get listings, and still don't close anything, right? With any of those identifiers, but it makes them feel good. So don't do things off the emotion and things that don't bring you a return. Agent identifiers, totally overrated. I would never suggest it. Don't even waste your money. You don't need it. Hustle, show up every day, stay scheduled, and prospect and talk to people. And that's all you need. All right. This concludes this course, right? We're going to get to the next one. And hopefully you learned something here. And hopefully I saved you a lot of money. Billboards aren't cheap. And some of these other ways of marketing are not cheap. But if you got any questions, concerns, want to talk to me one-on-one, go ahead and hit me up in any of these ways and we'll get scheduled. All right. I'll see you in the next course. Everybody, take care.